Welcome to Winning Wall Street's Money. Please take this moment now with helping me. Click here, subscribe. Next, click this bell. Next, ensure to click all. This helps you receive a notification when I posted my next videos. Next, click this thumbs up button after every time you watch my video. This pushes it up in the engagement ratings and means it will be suggested to more people, therefore is likely to get more views to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that. I also have a Patreon page. Click show more. Scroll down. This link here, my Patreon, click on it. Select the membership. With this membership, you'll get access to all this information. Very good content. Wednesday, April 21st, 5:14 p.m. New York time. Looking at the US dollar index, each candle is a weekly time frame. And since it's Wednesday, the current candle for the week is not done yet. That's going forward with the other charts too. Look at the US dollar, made a lower low, lower high. What does that mean? It means the top of the candle is lower than the high of the prior candle. And today's low is also lower than the prior day's low. So this is a trend. This is a bearish trend. Prices are declining. How far down? Nobody knows. But we know it's in a trend on the weekly time frame. And it's outside of this prior consolidation. It also took out the low of this consolidation and holding now above 91. That number, 91. Follow 91 to the left. Look at that. This was the consolidation. And if you take the top and the bottom of this consolidation, it's about midpoint of there. So we're going to find out in the days ahead, maybe even today or tomorrow, this evening or tomorrow, that we might have price action reverse. Bitcoin also down, red, lower than the prior high. Momentum's down. Cryptocurrencies do go down. They don't just trade one direction. Let's look at the currencies inside the US dollar. Inside the US dollar, we'll look at the currencies that trade in the futures market. Yep, in the futures market, the futures exchange, they call the currencies FX. And we'll look at the US pairs. What does that mean? It means these currencies paired against the US dollar. So same thing, each chart, the candle is a week. And the biggest currency pair in the US dollar index is the euro. So in the FX, the symbol for the euro is /6E. All currencies in the FX market start with a / and 6, and the letter represents the currency. Got it? So when prices go higher in the FX, that means in favor of that currency pair against the US dollar. So here we have the euro trending higher. How do we know it's trending higher? Because the high of the candle, the current candle, is higher than prior candle. And the low of this candle week is higher than the prior low. So the momentum's to the upside, it's bullish. The euro is gaining strength against the US dollar. And it's trending outside this consolidation. That's good for the euro. It's coming into what was a prior consolidation. So we might just see resistance, potential supply zone up here, and it might just cause the euro to start forming a consolidation or pullback. Second biggest currency pair in the US dollar is the yen. Look at this currency pair, /6J, Japanese yen. Momentum's to the upside. And it's coming into midpoint of this huge candle range. So that might be a place. It might pause, it might reverse, might be building consolidation. Getting closer there. The third biggest currency pair in the US dollar is the British pound. Traded above this consolidation, but now it's back inside of it. It's much weaker than the other two, where it is a trend up here, but it hasn't been trending as many weeks as the prior one. Yeah. So here, this number 140 has been a supply zone here before, where the icon's moving here. Supply zone is where sellers were before, and now we're up here again, same problem. So there's a supply zone here and sellers are here. And let's just zoom in and see if you notice. Again, the euro's trending, the British pound, the euro's trending here, top left, top center. Japanese yen is trending, but the British pound is struggling against the US dollar. Now looking at the Canadian dollar, a lot of activity today, a lot of activity. Yep. So it traded above this consolidation and below this consolidation, and now we're closed just around the 80 cents. Yep, inside this consolidation, a lot of price action, a lot of price action. Let me show you intraday what happens. Intraday. So we're looking at 2 days here on a 15-minute candle. This was the overnights this past day. This was today, the primary trading hours. And this is now. Huge trading range today. Intraday, huge. Yep. Canada, their central bank discussed policy. And when you discuss policy with interest rates, it affects that underlying currency. Want to know more about that fundamentals? You go to the source, the Central Bank of Canada, to read it. Don't trust the media for them pick and choosing what comments to make out of the press release. Go to the source, the Central Bank of Canada. Or if you're French, say it in French. Okay, let's go to the Swiss franc. It's trending upward. Yep. And the Australian dollar, it's trending upward. You see here, you zoom in so you can see it's trending, but it's still inside a huge consolidation. So takeaway, it's not as strong leadership as the other ones. Yeah, and this pattern here, these purple trending lines represent more of a bearish one. So we're going to see what happens soon. Maybe the Australia dollar might go up here a little bit higher and have a resistance set off. Takeaway is we already seen the strongest currencies here against the US dollar. Euro, yen make up the biggest part of the US dollar index. On to the next. Now we'll look at the Forex. You know what the Forex is? The Forex is currencies too. It's a different exchange, and that exchange only offers currencies, and they call those currencies Forex, and they're pairs. So now you know two things. You know, there's currencies that trade in the futures market, and they call the currency in the future market what? FX. And another exchange is, again, we're talking about now the Forex. Let's go to the Forex. Ready to discuss the euro, US dollar. Let's go on to the next. So the euro yen, huge red candle currently for the week. Made a higher high. And because the first three letters, again, when currencies in the Forex, they have 6 letters. And after the third letter to the right is a /. So it's EURJPY. So as this currency goes up, it favors the first 3 letters. That's euro. So made a high here for the current week. It's good for the euro. And the euro is stronger than the yen here. Yep. But it's back inside this tight consolidation range. The euro pound, as the prices decline here, it gives favor to the pound. So we see the past 2 weeks, the pound is gaining strength against the US dollar. Yep. Sorry, the pound is gaining strength against the euro. So the prices are declining. That gives favor to the pound against the euro there. Interesting. Because we just saw, what's interesting here, we just saw some of the prior charts I just showed you, the euro is gaining strength against the US dollar. But the pound is gaining strength against the euro. And we saw also the pound is weak against the US dollar compared to the other ones. So which currencies overall, they're stronger ones? Let's continue going forward looking. Euro Canadian dollar trending in favor of Canada. What am I saying? Hello. Trending up in favor of the euro. Euro Swiss franc in a consolidation. Euro Aussie dollar in a tight consolidation. Yep, just like we saw the US dollar euro. Let's go to the yen pairs. The Forex yen pairs. We already did the USD, euro dependent. Let's do the pound yen because we already did the first two. The pound yen, we're in a consolidation here. This is in favor of the pound because as prices go higher here, it's stronger pound against the yen. But it's not trending, it's in consolidation. It's interesting too, what I'm seeing in several of those currencies, we might be having a shift of currency strength. That's what's apparently going on here. Canada yen. Wow. The Canada dollar has been trending down, giving strength to the yen. And look at this, coming down to this prior demand zone, onto the left demand zone. Zoom in. There's a demand zone down there. We came down there again. Buyer stepped in, brought it up, but it's still, the week's not done yet, but it's still lower low and lower high than the prior. Watch this close to the Canadian dollar. Yep. Something's happening and we should stay on top of that. Be aware. Okay, do that later. Swiss franc, Japanese yen, two safe haven currencies. Did you know that? They're the safe haven currencies. And it's in a consolidation. But since the bigger picture, the momentum has been higher for the giving favor to the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. And the Australian dollar, Japanese yen. It's in a consolidation. Wow, the Australian dollar is in a consolidation against several currencies, and then where it's trending weak. And let's finish this off with the Forex pound pairs. Back in the day, before there was the EU and before there was the euro, the pound was the strongest currency worldwide when I traveled. So we already spoke about the pound US dollar, already spoke about the pound yen. Excuse me, apologize. Already spoke about the euro pound. So pound Canadian dollar, it's up strong for the week here in favor of the pound from the prior week. I apologize again. Drink water. More water. Yeah. Pound Swiss franc. Small trading range the past 2 weeks after this huge sell-off. So as it goes back higher, it's back in favor of the Swiss franc. Sorry. Hello. As it's trending back higher, it's giving strength to the British pound. But this is suspicion. This huge candle down here. Yeah. I should draw a red horizontal line to midpoint because that would be the first target point to see how it reacts there. And the British pound, Australian dollar. Again, look at this huge consolidation. So let's just zoom in. I mean, let's just look at one more thing. Take here to the daily time frame of the currencies in the futures market, just to see what happened on the daily time frame. Wow. So right here, the euro did not take out the high of the prior day, made a lower low, lower high, so that trend is reversing down. Japanese yen, the white candle, and it closed the same place it opened up. Okay, I'll end here. Lots of stuff to be aware of. Thank you, as always, for spending just a little bit of your time with me. Let me know what you thought about this video, and please let me know what you want to see next. If you got value from this video, if this was helpful, then please consider sharing a small monetary donation to my channel. By going below and clicking on my PayPal link, you can leave a small tip. If you don't want to share financial support, no problem. Just click the like and subscribe.